Welcome back. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. I'm your host, Zen Sams. This is our innovation and tech segment. We're welcoming back Paul Caldwell, CEO of Caldwell Soames, and our superstar influencer recording artist, NPR Riche Rich. Welcome back, guys.
Welcome, welcome. I've had a couple more questions as well about the NFT. One of them was, if you make an NFT out of a song, should that song be on all streaming platforms as well? And what's the situation versus it not being there, or should it be something that was already dropped? And then which collections would you say you should hold versus sell? What's the main focus on someone holding something versus selling it in your perspective?
Those are great questions. I think the first question is really more about the format of an NFT itself. So an NFT, if you have music and you just put the music in an NFT, that's one thing. But if you have existing tracks, if you have something you've already dropped, it's not new, but you own it and you authenticated, it's yours. As far as intellectual property is concerned, then you have to think about creatively what goes with it. You know, you have a very unique personal look, right? And so that's great because you could advantage that. You could create an NFT. You could have your music. You could pop up on the screen on the video, and you could have some unique aspects to some of your look. Blue eyes, but you only mint 5 NFTs with blue eyes, where you have blue eyes. The rest of it, you know, or where you have a particular gold chain maybe or something like that, it's unique. And you do that through just limiting the number, making it exclusive. So maybe you minted 5,000, but maybe there are only 5 where you have blue eyes and a gold chain with big old circular diamonds or something that you have created. And so your music is resident there, full stop. But the NFT becomes unique because of how you create it. So you have to work with creative teams in the NFT space to really start to get that done. And that's what's happened with Trillionaire Thugs. They have a lot of traits, like 300 traits, right? I think Zen said something like that, right? It's those traits that matter, because it's those traits that you can use on just a few, but you don't use that particular trait on anything else, and that makes those few more exclusive. So
exactly.
Your second question.
Yeah, I get that. And now that's mixing the music with the art, and that's what's making the music sell as well.
That's right, of course. Yeah, because you can create unique things inside the art because you have a visual. So you have an auditory with the music, you have a visual with the eyes, what the eye sees. That's uniqueness, right? And then where you could do that with music, but maybe you have to create a different lick or something like that, or a different transition. But people don't typically hear that because they only hear what they hear. But on visual, when you create the visual and the auditory, you get this what it's called kinesthetic response. People feel better about it when they can see it and hear it. That's what's happening in these NFTs.
And what's interesting with Richie's look is that, you know, you have a very unique hairstyle. You have a very unique, in general, vibe about yourself. So you could easily, you know, get paid simply based off of your artistry and your persona. And what we know is that many NFTs are being snapped up not by fans or supporters of a particular artist only, but by investors and speculators. And many NFTs are being, brought to the attention in the overall marketplace in a very unique fashion. Chainalysis found that just 9% of NFT owners held 80% of the market's value, and many of those engage in flipping to turn quick profits. The sandbox at this point is going to be even more crowded in the future due to companies like Adidas that purchased 144 parcels as a platform from which the market, digital and physical wearables are going to be displayed there. there. And meanwhile, you have Warner Music planning a virtual music theme park where its artists can hang out and mix with fans, to be accompanied by a sale by Sandbox of adjacent parcels from music fans. So elsewhere, a virtual real estate developer, you recently put up $2.5 million to purchase parcel in Decentraland, which is another virtual world. So you're seeing a theme here. So the metaverse is also playing into this, because your NFTs are going to be used to decorate your metaverse.
No, that's dope. That's definitely different in a different way of looking at it. Because I don't think I really thought that deep into it, but hearing you explain it like that, it sounds like it's really something to really get involved with on a deeper level, to really understand that part of it.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. And at this point right now, we are coming into Web3, having consultants and experts like Paul Caldwell at Caldwell Soames, who advise many artists on the original 2 Digital Corporation on the platform. They minted a series of very unique NFTs for Whitney Houston, Amy Winehouse, and Michael Jackson that were all very unique. And going back to what Paul was talking about, they had something very there was a theme about them. It was mental health disorder. It was about the last moments in their life in where they all, experienced a decline in mental health, and as a result of that, a tragic ending occurred. But now there is a series of NFTs that speaks to those last moments, and people can become owners of that. And that is what's unique. It connects fans to concepts, to themes, to a lot.
No, that's definitely some stuff that you don't really think about, and then when you see someone doing it, it's like, wow, it's just so crazy. Because even the thought of NFTs and the way that we think of them is like, we just seen it really take off and become something that's so like wanted now, versus what was just happening a couple of years ago. Is we're seeing the Web3 and everything just changing right in front of our eyes.
Exactly, exactly. All right. Well, we've run out of time, but thank you so much for coming on and asking the brilliant questions that you did, because you are speaking to a huge population of a lot of curious individuals. Paul, thank you so much for coming on. Always a pleasure.
Pleasure, Zen.
Check out Rich. Definitely check out Rich on the gram at MPR_Richie_Rich, and check out Paul Caldwell on Twitter at Paul Caldwell. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. That was our innovation and tech segment. We'll be right back after this.